The origins of the Suzuki Hayabusa are well known, but it roughly goes like this if you don't know. During the late 90s, making the fastest production motorcycle was a big thing, with Kawasaki and Honda taking the spoils. The ZX11R at 176 miles per hour and later the CBR1100XX Super Blackbird at 179 miles per hour. Suzuki wanted in. In the natural world, the peregrine falcon, Japanese Hayabusa, is the fastest bird, eats blackbirds for breakfast, lunch and tea, quite fitting. I got the opportunity to ride the 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa. Here's what I found. The first generation Hayabusa, released in 1999, saw its inline-4, 1,299cc engine make 173 horsepower. 11 more than the Blackbird. It's its bulbous bodywork cut through the wind, allowing the more powerful engine to work easier and faster. The 173 horsepower was unheard of at the time, but by using a big displacement engine, ram air intakes and sophisticated aerodynamics, it made light work of the speed record. All this was a great ego boost for Suzuki, but in the real world, riders are not out to break the speed record every ride. Remember at school, the fat kid who was really rubbish in PE, was always picked last but still surprised everybody at the 100 meters sprint, long jump or throwing a discus. This was like the old Hayabusa. It was heavy, it didn't really look pretty compared to other bikes. There were other better options for a track day, a long tour, or a Sunday cafe jaunt. It still was the fastest production bike. Fast forward 23 years and that fat kid has lost masses of weight and is playing sport at a professional level, surprising everybody at the high school reunion. Big shock. The 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa still keeps its visible heritage to the original. If you only saw the bike by its silhouette, you would still know it's a Busa. Some call this iconic, some call this a lack of imagination, but if it works, why change it? Why not just make it look more modern and add more tech? This is certainly what Suzuki has been good at in recent years. Number 1. A brand new, old engine for the 2021 Hayabusa. Despite rumors of a new turbocharged, compound-charged, 6-cylinder, with NOS and a pair of SpaceX Falcon Heavy boosters strapped to each side, Suzuki decided that the old was good enough. Kind of disappointing that we didn't get anything super new and exotic, but if it works, why mess? The new third-generation GSX-1300R Hayabusa keeps the same 1,340cc as the Gen 2 bike, making 190 horsepower and 150 nanometers of torque. Revisions include updating to Euro 5, giving us hideous exhaust cans, but Suzuki knows these cans will be changed anyway. Some fans will be disappointed with a 7 horsepower drop in maximum power and that the bike isn't over 200 horsepower. The low and middle range is improved, and let's be honest, the weight reduction makes up for the power drop. If you are desperate for power, a Decat and Map would easily see over 200 horsepower. This engine does have proven tuning ability if you want more power. Number 2. A great induction noise from SRAD. With the standard pipes, the bike was quiet and unassuming to the onlooker. It might even blend into the norm for those not knowing the legacy of the Hayabusa. The new Hayabusa still makes a great induction growl, arguably louder than that of the exhaust, which I actually didn't mind. Navigating through the city, heading out to the sticks, the Busa was happy being sensible and civilized. Keeping the RPM needle down low in the gauge took no effort, as did the average speed camera 50 miles per hour zone. Number 3. Big CC torque monster. If there is one thing the Hayabusa is built for, it's getting away from people and pressing on. A quiet road allows the Hayabusa to spread its wings, or tuck them in, getting down to business, gobbling up miles, quickly. When that national speed limit sign approaches, a fistful in any gear propels it forward at an alarming rate. Sure, the drop in peak power and the heavier chassis than a sports bike means it won't be as fast, but it still puts a big grin on the face. Even if you keep it in 5th or 6th and use the masses of torque from the big CC engine, it quickly gets you up to cruise speed. Suzuki says the mid-range rev area has improved over the second-gen Busa, not that it lacked before. The low-down torque whisks you away regardless of gear. No 4.2021 Suzuki Hayabusa electronics updated to Euro 5 means an all-new electronics package for the Busa, with ride-by-wire throttle allowing quick shifter, auto blipper and cruise control. The quick shifter and blipper are buttery smooth, smoother than the aging GSX-R 1000, which first appeared on a Suzuki. You do have to be aggressive with the kick up to the next gear. There were a few moments where the quickshifter cut, but it missed the gear. I thought it was traction control kicking in and saving my talentless behind, but it happened a few more times. I'm guessing more than anything it's a user error, being too gentle. The throttle action was smooth and didn't have the jerkiness on the GSX 1750s, where the slightest throttle gave a massive jerk. It's been smoothed off, and Suzuki has got it right. From a rider aids perspective, the 2021 Suzuki Hayabusa uses SIRS, Suzuki Intelligent Ride System, which features a 6-axis internal measurement unit, IMU. This system is the most advanced yet from Suzuki and allows cornering traction control and ABS, speed limiter, cruise control, anti-wheelie and the hill hold system. It all works seamlessly and is controlled easily through the switchgear and TFT dash panel. It's simple to navigate, even I could work it all out, so that's a winner. Rider modes are adjustable with 6 in total, 3 custom and 3 preset. Also adjustable as 10-stage lift control and traction control, and adjustable engine braking. Number 5. Hill Start Assist on the 2021 Hayabusa works 99% of the time. The Hill Start Assist feature, where if parked on an incline, the bike will drag rear brake on to stop from rolling back. It is a nice feature. I'm sure 99% of the time works well, except for that moment you don't want it to hold. Normally, these release off a timer, e.g. 5 seconds, or when the clutch lever is released to pull away. I presume Suzuki is the latter. However, as nice as it is, having a car rolling backwards at a set of traffic lights, a bike that has locked itself up, not allowing itself to roll backwards is not a nice situation. Onto that TFT dash, and I think Suzuki has done a number with the dash area. Simultaneously, as screaming old school, it screams modern. The subtle nod to the original iconic clocks of the previous models, but modern with the screen between. The gauges are easy to read, although the sign of the times, I did find it weird to have to read a clock and not just have the number in front on the TFT panel. No 6.2021 Hayabusa suspension. I often have high expectations from Suzuki to be kind of let down, like the engine. I was hoping Suzuki would go big with the suspension and fit the show of big piston forks from the GSX-R 1000R. Or maybe even some fancy electronic suspension for a super plush ride? No, Suzuki did neither. The fitted KYB forks have been fiddled with, giving 120mm of travel. The now everywhere DLC coating reduces stiction on the sliding parts and provides a harder wearing surface. The forks are fully adjustable for preload, compression and rebound. Same with the rear shock, it's been tinkered with, and on the whole, the experience is positive. Rubber comes from Bridgestone's new S22. The large rear 190/50ths rear, and despite the long and heavy bike, grip well and gives a planted feeling, making the Busa effortless.